These guys. Everybody loves Steve, and they respect him, and they somehow can relate to him. I've known him for many years, and I've seen it over and over again.
In Tel Aviv, Israel, a new wave of activity surrounded the arrival of President Donald Trump at the international airport, where he was welcomed by senior Israeli officials and a large security presence. The scene at the airfield was filled with anticipation as American and Israeli flags waved side by side, marking a symbolic moment of partnership between the two nations. Supporters gathered near the secure perimeter to witness the landing of Air Force One and to cheer the arrival of the American leader, who has remained a prominent global figure even after leaving the White House. Trump's arrival in Tel Aviv was part of a broader mission focused on regional diplomacy and trade, as well as ongoing discussions about peace efforts and security cooperation. The atmosphere carried both political and historical weight, as many Israelis still view Trump as a key ally who helped advance their national interests during his presidency. His previous recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel left a lasting impression, and his new visit reignited debate about his influence on Middle Eastern politics. The airport security was intense, with hundreds of officers stationed across terminals, runways, and nearby routes, ensuring smooth operations throughout the event. The motorcade that transported Trump from the airport to central Tel Aviv reflected the high level of coordination. In a moment charged with emotion and tension, the atmosphere in Jerusalem grew intense as President Donald Trump addressed the Knesset after the dramatic release of hostages from Gaza. Members of the Israeli parliament filled the chamber with a mix of applause and protest as Trump stepped to the podium. His visit came just hours after Hamas released all 20 remaining living hostages from Gaza, a moment that marked the most significant humanitarian breakthrough since the war began. The exchange of prisoners and hostages had been brokered under a delicate ceasefire agreement mediated by international partners, aiming to bring an end to months of bloodshed and suffering. As Trump began his remarks, calling the release a moment of hope in a time of despair, several Knesset members stood and shouted slogans, accusing him of bias and interference in Israeli politics. Security personnel quickly moved in and escorted the protesting members out of the chamber.
A great guy. Everybody loved him. Everybody. I mean, I know some negotiators that are so good, but you wouldn't have had peace in the Middle East. Would be in World War III right now with some of these.
The tension underscored the deep divisions within Israeli society over the ongoing conflict and the government's handling of the ceasefire. Trump continued his speech undeterred, praising both Israeli and Palestinian negotiators for showing what he described as the courage to choose life over death. He emphasized that true peace can only come when both sides respect each other's right to exist. Outside the Knesset, thousands of citizens gathered waving flags of Israel and the United States. Some cheered in celebration of the hostage release, while others held signs demanding.
He's a great businessman, but I know a lot of great businessmen, to be honest with you. He had tremendous negotiating skills, but I know a lot of people that negotiate pretty well, although it is an art. But there are people that can negotiate pretty well. But most importantly with Steve, he's just... I want to thank my friend Steve Witkoff. Absolutely impossible. We were wasting our time. So many people said, you're just wasting your time. But we weren't, because we had talented people working with us, and we had people that loved
justice for the victims of Hamas attacks. Families of the freed hostages were seen embracing outside hospitals and relief centers, many expressing disbelief that their loved ones had survived months of captivity in Gaza. Trump, in his address, called the moment a turning point in Middle East diplomacy, saying that the human cost of war had to lead the world to renewed commitment for peace.